is weighing me down. Alright, yo, what's good everybody? So we're finally gonna do the car tour video. So every single car that is in this video is the cars that I personally own. There's gonna be some other cars in the background. Those are gonna be my family's cars. Like I said, you know, we are a line of multiple entrepreneurs. I'm just one of many entrepreneurs that are in the family. So if you guys would like to see every single car that I personally have access to, plus my cars in a different video, then comment down below if that's what you guys want to see, because altogether we have an insane collection. But in this video we're going to go over my cars and, you know, my personal cars that I own. Anyways, we're going to start here with my first supercar ever, which is going to be my 2017 Nissan Gt-R. It isn't off a 10 package, except sadly when I was breaking in the new motor, the built motor, the car actually blew, the motor actually blew, and I had to put a stock motor back in, and I never went through the process of actually putting in another built motor. So right now the car is making 800 wheel horsepower with upgraded turbos and upgraded transmission and the fully stock motor, which is pretty good. Makes 800 wheel on 85, which, you know, it's a lot of power for a stock motor. But, you know, you can definitely tell that, you know, the car can definitely push itself way more with a built motor, because it does lag down low, because I can't put that much torque and power down low because of the stock motor. I don't want to blow the block again. 2017 Nissan Gt-R, Advent GT wheels. It is not lowered. I have the lowering springs ready, but honestly, you know, a dream of mine has been to put a rocket bunny kit on this, which right now I just made a few investments, and I'm going to be waiting for those investments to pay me back plus more, and then, you know, I'll kind of, you know, spend some money on my builds, because I have a few builds that I really want to do. So right now it's time to reinvest back into the market. It's time to reinvest into other things and then make more money, and then obviously support my hobbies. And that's actually why I got into trading, to support my hobbies, literally to support my car addiction, because I swear any other addiction would have been so much cheaper. Even a crack addiction would have probably been cheaper than actually.
What about Latin women?
No, we don't talk about Latin women addiction. They're toxic. I mean, personally, I can't do anything else other than Latin women. Can you be with anyone else other than Latin women? It's tough, it's tough. Yeah. We need a toxic kind of lives. Anyways, that's my 2017 Nissan Gt-R. I love the car. It kind of just sits as of right now because I don't really drive it too much. I'm trying to keep the miles low. It has about 13,000 miles. Anyways, let's get on to my second car. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys the cars that I currently own right now. I've owned a bunch of cars before that I've sold or traded in, but we're just gonna go over the ones that I currently own now. So we're gonna go from them. While we were actually setting up everything for this video, it was too much of a mission to move the other cars. So, you know, our race car is in the way. But anyways, so we have my Gt3 Rs. That is a 2019 Porsche Gt3 Rs, which I had a Gt3 previously, which was traded in for this Gt3 RS. It has a full exhaust, a tune, and right now it sits up there because it just looks so nice in our suite, in our warehouse car here, the simulator. Just a quick look because I can't really take down the car. It's too much of a mission right now. And yeah. Anyways, so let me show you guys my bikes. So I actually have 3 bikes, and recently I just got into a motorcycle accident, which on my Ducati, which I have a Ducati Panigale V4S, which I did crash it. It's at the dealership right now getting fixed. So I'm gonna show you guys my little bike collection that I have here. So this was my first 1000cc motorcycle, which is the Ninja ZX-10R. This bike is so fast. Again, you know, it has a full exhaust, no tune, just full exhaust, fender eliminator, that's about it. This is my first 1000cc bike. This is my second super bike. The Ducati is my first super bike, right? The Ducati makes 1300cc. I don't know how many cc this is. Obviously, it's over 1,000. but we have the fender eliminator. I actually have frame sliders, full exhaust, and everything else ready to come in. And like I said, you know, I've been into cars and bikes since I was a little kid, so this isn't my first bike, but I never really owned street bikes until the last few years. So, you know, to own a brand new S1000 is dope. The technology on this bike is absolutely insane. The fact that you can connect your helmet and everything else to the computer is insane. But this is probably my favorite riding bike because it's so light, which is also scary as fuck. I'm not gonna lie how light and powerful this bike is. But I do plan on doing a few more things to it. Probably just stretching it, adding the exhaust and the tune, and calling it a day. Anyways, so now let's get on to the rest of the car collection. Now we're gonna get into more of my exotic cars. I consider the Gt-R to be a supercar, and these are gonna be my exotics. This is my second Urus, fully blacked out. My last Urus had a black interior. This one actually has a red interior. I decided to trade it in because not just the interior, but the last Urus I literally bought without actually physically looking at the car. I was at the dealership and they wanted to sell me a Urus, but pretty much what happened was that was already under contract and they had to wait 2 more days. I'm like, well, do you have any other Uruses? The guy pointed at the end of the lot. He's like, yeah, we have that one over there. I'm like, cool, I'll take it. And I ended up taking it and I bought it with like 20,000 miles, which stupid of me, but whatever. I ended up trading it in. Didn't really take that much of a loss on me. I lost like 2 grand on the whole deal, which it's just nothing compared to the cars I'm buying, right? So anyways, this one has a full red interior, a nice thick, just like we like our Latin women, thick carbon fiber steering wheel, right? Full red interior, and Boston wheels. It's also lowered. I don't know if I'm gonna trade this in yet because I did custom order a Urus that's supposed to be here in February. I'll see how things go by then. Maybe trade it in, but depending on that decision will depend on if I actually build this car or the next car. I do plan on doing a full build on that one too, with wide body kit, with bags, roof rack. And it's gonna be dope. Anyways, let's move on to my second car, which is gonna be, right Kevin? My third car, right? Pista, 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 pista. So this is gonna be my Ferrari 488. So I've had this car maybe like only a few months, probably like 4 months. This has literally been my dream Ferrari. After driving the regular 488 GTB around, I fell in love with the car and I'm like, I need to own a Ferrari. Then obviously one of my friends, Q, he actually has a Pista, and after seeing his, I fell in love with the Pista. The way the car is actually designed, the stance of the car, the look of it, and how everything flows with the aerodynamics is, I think this car is absolutely beautiful. And this was literally like my dream Ferrari. I'm not really into Ferrari like that, but after looking at the Pista, I was like, wow. And I really fell in love, especially the way the car drives. This car, as you guys can see, is not stock. I do have wheels. It is lowered. I have a full exhaust, a tune, and it does make 800. No, it doesn't make 800. Yeah, it makes roughly 800 horsepower. It should be making 900, but I didn't want to add more boost to the turbos just because I want to protect the motor and be safe, because most of you guys do know I do have a 720S and that car is blown right now. The oil pump stopped working, stopped feeding oil to the motor, and it blew. So currently in the process, that's the only car that's mine that I don't have in the video right now. It is what it is. It'll be back on the channel soon, hopefully. So I kind of want to mix up the content in between trading content and my life, just because this is a better platform. If you guys want to see just straight trading content, then you could go follow my business page, which is going to be the Day Trading Institution, which I post a bunch of free value there as well. So that'll be only trading content along with my free Telegram. So you can get a bunch of free value there, because on my YouTube channel, I really want to keep it a mix of my life and, you know, trading. So anyways, you know, hopefully you guys do get motivated from this video. That was kind of not just the purpose of making this video to motivate and inspire you guys to push yourselves to really, you know, reach your full potential and achieve all your goals and dreams, but just to kind of, you know, have fun on the channel. Anyways guys, so we're going to actually skip the McLaren right now. We're gonna go over to the 600, or the 600. We're gonna go over to the SVJ, because I did buy my SVJ after I actually ended up buying the Pista, which previously, for those of you guys who've been following me for a while, my first Lamborghini was a Lamborghini Huracan, which I then traded in for the Lamborghini Aventador Sv, which the car market, while I had the SV, was going up like crazy, and that's when I actually decided to trade in the SVJ. So the dealership had actually posted a picture of this car on the showroom floor, and I absolutely fell in love with it just off the picture. right? So literally that same day that he posted the picture of the car at the showroom floor, I went, traded my SV in, and finally got my dream Lamborghini, which is going to be the Lamborghini Svj, which this car I plan on keeping for a very long time. I definitely see this car being worth over $1 million, you know, in the near future, which this is a roadster too, so it's limited. It's more limited than the regular SVJs. This is going to be a 1 of 800. This car is not stock. The previous owner did all the work to it. So this car does have Velos wheels, a full exhaust. It is so damn loud. A full exhaust and a tune. And it's lowered, as you guys can see. This is not stock ride height, and it's a roadster. What I did was I simply wrapped this satin black just because I thought the satin black would look so much better than the gloss black, which I think we can all agree. And this has literally been my dream Lamborghini for the longest time. Full carbon fiber spec on the interior, the exterior as well. It's satin carbon. That's why I decided to go with the satin black wrap. And then I think the blue goes really well with the satin black, also with the blue Cepheus interior, which blue Cepheus is the color I did order my new Urus. But again, you know, let's see if I really end up trading this Urus in for the next Urus. So anyways, we're gonna go over to my 600 LT. This is my second 600 LT I've ever owned. I love the 600 LT so much. They're a limited production car. LT stands for long tail, which I don't really see it that much longer. This is a race version of the 570. So I have the 720 and I have the 600 LT. Pretty much my two favorite McLarens. I think the 765 LT is, you know, if I'm gonna spend $500,000, I'm gonna spend it on an SV, not a McLaren, especially when McLarens depreciate too much. The only other McLaren I'm gonna buy is probably a Senna. Let's see, you know, when that does happen. But anyways, like I said, this is my 600 LT. I just got this car recently. The last video I posted on my YouTube channel was actually taking delivery of this car. Very similar spec to my last 600 LT. Only difference is the wheels, and I have the Senna seats. So already bought downpipes and a tune for them for this car. And this is kind of like my second daily driver. If I'm not driving the Urus, I'm probably driving the 600, and then I'll take out the P-Star or the SVJ here and there. And so far, that has been my entire car collection. Obviously, I've owned other cars before, like the M3, the GT3. What other cars have I owned? And the SVR. Yeah, the first 600. I've owned a lot of cars. I've owned the Aventador Sv, which you guys could go see in one of my other trading videos. I think I did a night in the life of the SV, right? Yeah, the Gt-R, the Gt3, which has been an absolute blessing. Again, you know, this video was made to help motivate and inspire you guys to reach your fullest potential, right? And again, you guys got to remember, I'm only 23 years old. I started trading a few years back, roughly when I was 17, and look how much 5-6 years of just straight focus, work, and dedication. Because motivation is something that's very temporary. Motivation is temporary, but persistence is, as long as you're persistent and you focus on yourself and growing yourself and always looking to improve, you can get yourself literally anywhere in life. Look at what 5 years of being focused, you know, have gotten me. It's been a true blessing, and you know, full throttle on the gas. You know, I don't plan on stopping here. So, anyways, hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Comment what you guys would want to see next. I'm trying to mix it up between the trading content and the, you know, lifestyle, if that's how you want to put it, because I don't really like to call it lifestyle, because this is genuinely my life. I feel like when people call their videos lifestyle and shit, they don't really live that life. That's just my perception of it. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.